Zane Wheeler, certified clinical and alchemical hypnotherapist of goldenroadalchemy.com. You know, people come to me all the time and ask me about the child. What's this with the inner child I hear all about? Well, those who have come to see me and those who have spoken to me about my work know that the inner child is a big part of alchemy, a big part of alchemical hypnosis and the work I do. The child inside represents our joyous nature. It represents the feeling of awe that we have when we're in nature. It represents the fun that we have in life, even in our adult life. When we cut loose on the weekends, we're allowing the child to play in the outer world. So in alchemy, we use the child, we reestablish a bond with the child within, help to heal the child from any trauma that could have happened in early childhood, and bring it into a point where it's actually a magical child that's then helping you to manifest your life as you truly want to see it and experience it. But we can actually use the child in everyday life to help take us out of the stresses of adult life, to help us understand our emotions a little bit better. So this is your next tip. When you feel out of sorts, when you feel sad or depressed in the mid-afternoon, you get that lull going, what I want you to do is I want you to pause, I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to go within. I want you to ask that part of you, that little child inside, why it feels that way. So here's an example. In my everyday life, say mid-afternoon, I'm feeling a little irritable, a little bit down, just in that mid-afternoon lull. I'm going to pause, I'm going to close my eyes, I'm going to take a nice deep breath, and I'm going to ask my child, what's going on, little man? Are you okay? Tell me how you're feeling. And I'm going to listen for that still small voice inside. And that's the voice of my intuition, but it's also the voice of the child when it wants to speak to you. It's the voice of the body, really. The wisdom of the body speaks to us through this voice, and we're going to listen deeply. Not with our ears, with our heart. So after I ask that question to my child, I'm going to listen for the answer. And if a sensation of fear starts to come up, or a little bit of stress starts to come up, I'm going to recognize that that's the answer. And then what I'm going to do next is I'm going to console the child just as I would another child in the world. It's okay, buddy. I know you're fearful about this thing coming out. I know you feel a little bit of dis-ease about it. You're out of ease a little bit about it. But what I want you to do is just remember that you are going to do amazingly well. You're perfect in every way, and I love you with my entire heart. I always will. And you can feel that feeling of bliss wash over you as that child is consoled. And what this is, obviously, is we're using the child as a symbol of someone external from us that is still inside of us, but external to us that we can have a conversation with. And if we can console that child, we can feel that love and that passion that we give to it echo through the ages back to us because they are us. When that child is loved, you are loved. When that child is cared for, you are cared for. It's the most profound level, it's the most profound technique of self-love that you could ever give yourself. So honor that child, nurture that child. Whenever you have a strange feeling, ask that child what's wrong, listen for the answer, and just console it. That's your tip of the week. I appreciate you sitting in and coming to goldenroadalchemy.com. My name is Zane Wheeler, certified clinical and alchemical hypnotherapist, and I hope to see you next time. Thanks.